The 2025 season began with a bang, but before we head to Shanghai on the private jet, Son of Scotland 90, Jambo Bear, Fernando Alonso fanboy, take it away, hit me with it.
Aye, because they all know me on this channel.
Aye, they do, I'm telling you, we'll get to know, right? This is a brand, we're a folk brand, we've got loads of channels, if you're not accustomed to them, get accustomed, but I tell you what, get accustomed to this season. It went from being the greatest season ever to McLaren domination, or is it somewhere in the middle? What was your takeaway?
Takeaway. I like a Chinese takeaway.
He does, but yeah, it's a Chinese Grand Prix, but Australia, mate, give your thoughts, because I've gave all my thoughts on Australia.
Well, I don't know too much about Australian food, but the Australian Grand Prix has never been one of the best for me. However, it's the opening race of the season, or at least it was the opening race this season.
It's the OG race of the season.
Yeah, I mean, they did have a period where they kind of moved it to like the third spot, and I never liked that down under. You know, it needs to be the opening race of the season, and even if it's the shitest track, I still think as long as you're the opening race of the season, it's going to be a decent race because you're going into it not really knowing how the cars are going to perform. You're going into it sometimes seeing new drivers for the first time in their first race. So, listen, I mean, come on, opening race of the season. No matter how shite the race is, it's always going to be a bit of an eye-opener. It's always an exciting time. And I don't feel any different. I mean, the race did pick up, I think, with the rain and the safety car and whatnot. But, I mean, would I have liked it to be a bit more competitive? Yes. Would I have liked more overtaking and stuff like that? Yes. But, you know, I think what we got in Australia was kind of what people were expecting. McLaren to start off number one. Very, very disappointed with Ferrari.
Yes.
I expected more. People were saying Ferrari were sandbagging in pre-season and practice in Australia, but the Ferrari just does not look very competitive at all.
I'll tell you what, there's a genuine case for me that Ferrari aren't even the fourth fastest car. I think Williams genuinely.
And you know what? The only positive I would take from that would be it would be cool to see Carlos Sainz actually get shafted, but somehow still have a better car.
Well, yeah,
because he should never have been kicked out for Lewis Hamilton.
He could have beat both of them, but he stuck it in the wall. So did about 20 other drivers. But I tell you what, right? I think we're lucky in the sense that it's McLaren with this advantage and not Red Bull, because Max would win the title easy. I mean, the fact he finished half a second behind Lando in a car that looks nowhere near the McLaren is kudos to him.
Yeah, but safety cars, I mean, come on.
Yeah, but let's not pretend if it was flipped, Lando would be hunting Max down in the last lap.
Nah, but I mean, it bunched them up, and I do. You don't know, like.
I fucking watched the race, mate. I don't know.
I've seen it as well. So.
Put a bit of respect on Max Verstappen. He doesn't get people writing him off. Max Verstappen's the only hope of a title fight this season. People can hype up Piastri as much as they want, right? I'm seeing people giving the guy like, oh, he had like a 10 out of 10 race. Yeah, he finished 9th.
Yeah, you can't have a 10 out of 10 race if you spin out and...
Yo, he looked quick, right? And the team orders I completely disagree with. But he's already 23 points behind Norris. If it's going to be between those two, that's a fucking massive gap.
It's one race, mate, Camden.
No.
Lewis Hamilton was 25 points behind Rosberg after one race.
Different kettle of fish, because Hamilton was the favourite.
So you think if Rosberg was 26 points behind Hamilton after one, you'd have ruled him out?
I wouldn't have ruled him out, but I think it's different.
I don't think it's different. It's one race.
No, but I think
listen, it's one race.
I'm not. Wait, hold on. Wait, I did not say the title's over, but I think it's already a body blow to it. Like I genuinely do.
Well, obviously nobody wants to go off to a bad start, but to suggest that someone can't win the title or it's over because they had a shite opening race is ridiculous.
I just know it's not, because I don't rate Piastri. I feel like for him to have a chance, he needed a strong start, and it's been far from that.
No, I mean, he did alright performance.
No, it's like Nico Rosberg, right? Great. But I don't think if he starts strong in 2016, he might not win it. And we've seen it, and I think it's probably going to be Max against Lando for the title.
Aye, well, here you can bash Nosberg. Let's just talk about
Nosberg. Aye, Nonsberg.
Let's just talk about China.
Let's talk about China. Well, anyone else? Mercedes kind of quietly went under the radar, 3rd and 4th.
Aye, Kimi Antonelli, what a guy.
I think it was the 2nd best rookie drive of all time, behind Hamilton.
In terms of high finish?
Aye. Hulkenberg's
Yeah, but he
7th,
didn't
that was
really.
pretty good.
He didn't really impress me over the weekend. The guy
No.
not finish.
He was in
Q1.
Q1. Yeah.
Pick.
Liam Lawson, right? What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know why that guy got that seat. Will he finish the season in that seat though? I don't know.
Yeah, Shinoda got fucked by his team in the race. Anyway, let's talk about China.
What did you know to finish?
12, because they did what Ferrari did, and just kept them out.
What had you finish?
He crashed on the formation lap.
So he did, huh?
But see the problem with this was Carlos Sainz.
Could we see Perez back in a Red Bull?
No.
No.
See, Carlos Sainz, he was on the pit wall and he said it's too wet. You'll need to pit Albon. Why can't the rest of the drivers see this? You know what I mean? Like what? Class 3 rain, right? Class 1 can borderline be enough for intermediate. So when it's class 3, you need to.
Wait, so
I have no idea what Ferrari did.
So Carlos Sainz crashed out, and the first thing he says is, "Here, guys, you need to pit Albon."
No, it was like 40 laps later, mate. When it changed to slicks, and he's like, "Here, you're going to need to pit for inters because that's going to be too wet," and he was right, and that's what got Albon.
Well, should they not trust him?
Who?
Sainz, considering he's a driver and he knows what the
They
conditions
did
are
trust
like.
him. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
But my point is, Leclerc came over the radio and turned around and said that's going to be too wet for dries, and they still stayed out.
And Ferrari were like,
I don't know what Ferrari's.
"Yeah, we don't trust you.
Yeah,
We don't trust him." No.
I don't know. Ferrari and Haas, fucking hell, man, the fumble of the century. Both on inters, and pit to go a minute behind to put on the wrong tyre. That is, why not risk it? Crazy. Anyway, China, there's no rain. It's just we've got a sprint weekend, which means 3 a.m. sprint. That's pretty bogging. Who's going to win it? I'm going to go with Lando Norris to win the sprint. I just don't like the sprint. See, 2021 had the best version when it set the grid, didn't it? See this sprint quali for the sprint, and then another quali for the race. It's overkill, man.
It's fucking
It's
shite.
gimmickized.
It's fucking shite. I hate it. They're ruining F1.
I've seen 2021. I actually thought.
Yeah,
sprint,
but what? Hold on. What next? Are they going to have are they going to have like a 10-minute football match an hour before kickoff, and whoever wins it gets 1 point? Like, no, come on, it's fucking bullshit, and you know it. It is.
Whoa. You know.
No, but no, the sprint race is garbage. They've commercialised F1 to a point. It's all full of fucking wee fannies, man, that watch it. Oh,
It is.
people don't watch fog racing. You know what? I don't care. Fog racing, see F1, shite. See wrestling, shite. See
F1's
entertainment.
not as bad as fucking wrestling. That be as like saying eating steaks as bad as eating dog shite.
Point is,
No, hold on. Take that fucking back, right? Yeah, see F1, there's a lot of fucking losers that watch it. I am not denying that. But look at the celebrities that turn up at F1. Gordon Ramsay goes to like 6 Grand Prix a year. When was the last time Gordon Ramsay rocked up to Monday Night fucking Raw? It's fucking Raw. You know what I mean? Fucking no one cool appears at wrestling, man. No unless I've got fucking hard drive needing checked or something. Right? So anyway, I'm going Lando Norris to win the sprint. Lando Norris is going to win. Where are you going?
nice.
Right, into qualifying. Fuck it. Piastri's never got a pole position. And to me, that's pretty bad considering the McLaren for like most of last year was fastest. So I'm going to go Norris to get pole position.
Norris.
Right, into the race. Can Ferrari mount anything? Can Ferrari do anything? I'm not convinced. You know what? As great as I thought it was having a wet race to kick off the season, I do like the fact this is going to be dry. That gives you a full representative of like what's actually happening. You know, intermediate conditions doesn't give you a true reflection of what the actual cars can do.
It's a representative, not like would that not be a term? Would that not someone who'd represent you? You know what I mean? Representation.
No representative.
No, I'm pretty sure you mean representation. I think a representative would be someone that comes in a suit. It's like, I'm here to represent you today.
Yeah, but representation is of like
I think a
multiple, but representation is like singular.
No, I'm not.
Singular is because it was one race, not a gaggle.
I'm not convinced, but
I'm not convinced, mate. You've sneezed your way through this fucking video.
anyway, my point is right. Let's say some.
Let's say what? Hit me with it.
Let's say. Right, so let's say you win a sprint race in for the first. Ah, fuck! I'm done.
He's done.
No, right.
He's done.
Let's say that you've never won a race, right, and then you win the sprint race.
Aye.
Does that count as a win?
I don't think so. Because Piastri's first win was in the sprint.
But it's cheap.
Fuck it, it's cheap.
Well, like a video, you know. Like,
All our times here are cheap, brother. Anyway.
no, but you think it's bullshit. It's like, do you even count that as a real race win? Like, let's say you win one sprint race, you don't win any normal races. See, when you come back 20 years to appear and wave a flag, are they going to be like, oh, there's Billy Bob, the one-time Grand Prix winner?
In the sprint? No, I don't think they do. Do you think there's a real possibility that like Liam Lawson scores like 20 points this season? No?
What?
I think there's a real chance like Liam Lawson scores like
I think there's a real chance he's not there by the end of the year.
Probably. Anyway, folks, that is it for your Waxy
I didn't give predictions yet.
top 5. I'm gonna go Sainz.
To win?
No, 5th.
No.
Sainz, Russell, Piastri for starting Norris. That's what I'm going. That's my top 5. Because I just don't know. I think Lewis Hamilton's done, by the way.
I think he's done.
Wet race.
And he done hee-haw.
Yeah, the car's not particularly great, but he did fuck all.
I'll make a prediction right here, right now.
Leclerc had a stinker and beat him.
I'd bet big money on this. Lewis Hamilton will never win an 8th world title. I think for Lewis Hamilton to win an 8th world title,
I'd need a worse teammate than Leclerc.
Yeah, he needed. I don't think he'd have won it in Mercedes either. Because I just think that Russell would beat him over the course. I just look at qualifying performances and shit, and he just wasn't good enough. Race perform. For me, Hamilton would need to go to. I think Hamilton would need to go to Red Bull, and obviously Max to leave,
and to get the preferential treatment,
and to get paired up with like a Lawson.
Yep.
For me, Hamilton will not win an 8th title unless
I think you need to get paired up with a Lawson jar.
Or a Lemsip or something like that. But I think that Hamilton would need to go to like a Red Bull who, you know, have their number one driver and then have. But then again, if Red Bull signed Hamilton, with Hamilton and his current ability and performances, they maybe wouldn't settle for someone like a Lawson in number 2.
Yeah.
Red Bull can get away with a number 2 that's shite because they've got a Max Verstappen in number 1.
Yeah.
And I just don't think you can get away with that if it's the other way about. So I would say Hamilton's chances in winning an 8th world title are practically non-existent.
No, I'd say so too.
I think the only team who could do it is Red Bull. But to me, by what shape will Hamilton be in? We think he's done now. Like, it's very unlikely that he would leave Ferrari at the end of this season. You know, I think he's going to... How long is his Ferrari contract? Is it 3 years?
I want to say 2.
Well, let's say it's 2 years.
2 with the option of 1.
I don't see Leclerc going anywhere. I think Leclerc's staying at Ferrari.
27. Could be there another 15 years.
Is Hamilton beating Leclerc? I don't think so. Let's say Leclerc does leave. I'm just not convinced. I think it's you know what? I think there's a very good chance Hamilton will not win another race.
No, yeah. Honestly,
dare I say, Fernando Alonso might be winning a race before Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
I think I would actually put money on Alonso winning a title before Lewis Hamilton. Especially if Adrian Newey can produce a dominant car. I think Alonso can beat Stroll. I don't think Hamilton can beat Leclerc.
Yeah, and that is...
and that's what
Speaking of Stroll, P6, fucking where'd that come from?
Okay, well, I picked my bet. That's where it came from.
That's it, folks.
That's the only thing that beat my bet. I need Alonso to beat Stroll, and all of a sudden Stroll beats him.
He was fucking nowhere near him too. Anyway, your top 5.
I'm gonna go. Ooh. I am going to go in 5th place. Dum dum dum. I'm gonna go. Right. Russell, Leclerc, Piastri, Norris for starting.
Max to win. Liam Lawson nowhere.
Bill. No, I don't know. I think Max is going to win because
No,
I just think Max does pretty well in China.
it's actually
And he has
fucking.
Max for starting.
It's actually fucking insane.
Just because I think Max is going to do well doesn't mean I think the number 2 Red Bull's
It's
going
not
to do
insane
well.
though how like well Antonelli did in the race, and it's like everyone's perception of him is just automatically now like way above Lawson. I know it's one race, but to me, Liam Lawson just fucking shat the bed on all court.
Yeah, but it's Antonelli's first race, so whatever he had a chance to change what people thought of him. Liam Lawson, I don't think people have already made their mind up on Liam Lawson.
No, I disagree. If Liam Lawson went from 19th, wherever he qualified, to 4th, I don't think we'd be sitting here saying, nah, we've already made our mind up on him, he's shite.
Well, I'd still be sitting here saying Shinoda deserved it.
Yeah, but... I'd argue fucking there's way... Carlos Sainz deserved the Mercedes job over Antonelli, but he didn't get it. Doesn't mean it wasn't a fucking good drive for Kimi. And it's weird calling someone else Kimi than Raikkonen.
Aye. I'm going to reserve Kimi for Raikkonen, so...
Think he'll beat Russell this season? People think that?
No, not a chance.
Not a chance. Anyway, guys, that's it for the Chinese Grand Prix preview. We've got practice, then the sprint quali, then the sprint, then the quali, then the race. A lot of action, back to back. You love it. Till then, peace.